Fit Fam? Welcome back to my channel. So right now I am on my cell phone, so during my competition you're probably going to see a little bit on my cell phone, a little bit on my camera. Right now my camera is packed in my back seat, so I'm not going to dig all that out while I'm driving, so this is just easier. Got my coffee. I weighed in at home, which is not official or anything, I was just curious. I weighed in at 128.8, which I expected to be up a little bit from last night my husband and I went out to dinner. We had hibachi, and so the sodium in things like that, like hibachi that have like a lot of butter, and lost my train of thought. Anyways, we'll weigh in when I get there. Even though I know I'm going to be underweight, I still don't eat until I get to weigh-ins because I would like as true a weight as possible. Obviously, one coffee is not going to give me a true weight, but it's not going to gain me pounds. If anything, it's probably going to help flush some of my sodium out. So I will check back with you soon. Alright guys, lost a half a pound. I'm still in the 140 weight class though, so wish me luck. Now I'm gonna go get some food and, oh, let me show you the, I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you the shirt quick. Pretty badass, right? Little Wonder Woman business. Hell yeah.
My first like 6 to 8.
I wanted to do a little bit of a recap since yesterday was a very long day. I competed for about 7 hours when all was said and done. There was a lot of women, a lot of strong women, and everybody did awesome. My team, everybody that is coached by my coach, we all kicked some major butt. I'm pretty sure almost all of us came home with some hardware, and I got a medal. I got second place. I wanted to quickly kind of talk to you guys. So if you hear crunching in the background, my dog is chewing on his bone, so just go with it, okay? He'll give up eventually, I hope. Let's go over each event just briefly, because there are bits and pieces that I feel like if you don't know the backstory, it won't make sense. And so if you guys have been following along for a little bit, I did have my knee surgery 1 year ago to the day yesterday, since yesterday was when I competed. It is now the next day. I got home very late last night and pretty much went to bed as soon as I got home. So event 1 was Mauser block over bar, and I had never ever done a block over bar before, which ended up being fairly easy for the most part. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what weights to choose because I have never done it before. The 180 Mauser block, you can see it on the video that I struggled with it, and I think it was because I stood back too far from the bar. So when I went to pick the block up to put it over the bar, I ended up hitting the bar. Well, when I set it down on the bar to push it over, my hand was actually stuck underneath it, which you can't see on the video because it was my hand on the opposite side. You can see me shake it off when I walk past it, because I literally was not going to pull my hand out for nothing. I was just gonna get that block over that bar and call it good. So I bit through the pain. The next event was the Fingal's Finger, and I have practiced this once, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time with it, and it's very awkward. I wish I could give you a weight for it, but the longer they extend that bar, the heavier it gets, because let's say you start at the back, obviously, and the closer you work to the center, so when you walk down the finger, it gets heavier because there's a lot of weight behind you, and I ended up winning that event. I got 4 flips and I stopped with 5 seconds to go. So very, very happy with that run. It was super fast, and I will say that being from a bodybuilding background, I think helped me in the events that were more a little bit cardio based. Not because I do cardio, but because bodybuilding is a lot of high reps and sometimes fast reps versus strength training is more for weight. You're not doing as many reps. So bodybuilding, you have high reps, fast reps, supersets, giant sets, and you generally aren't stopping until you're done. So I think me having that as a background definitely helped a little bit there.
She's got 5 seconds.
Now we are moving on to the third event, which was the yoke. I have not lifted a heavy yoke in 2 years, so I did not expect much going into this one. I knew it was going to be super heavy. I lifted over 400 pounds before my first knee surgery, and that was the last time I lifted a heavy yoke. Prior to this competition, just training here at my house, the most I've lifted was like 220 or 230 pounds. The first yoke run of this day was 365 pounds. So I just want to take it nice and easy and steady. I didn't want to tear anything. So the second yoke was 415 pounds. And you can see at the very end of the run, I collapsed. I don't know what I did to my knee. I'm crossing my fingers that it's not torn again, but it does not feel good today. I am having a very, very hard time bending it. And whatever I did to my knee happened on that run yesterday. So I gave them my next weight. I was going to retape my knee. We tried to pull up my pants to retape my knee. We couldn't get my pants up high enough. So then we went to the bathroom to try to pull down my pants to start taping my knee when they called my name again. And so I was very, very rushed for my third yoke run, which is not videoed, so you guys can't see that because we were in such a hurry that I was so mad. I was so upset because not only was I rushed, I didn't have enough time to prepare. I was literally still pulling my pants up as I was leaving the bathroom to go get underneath the yoke. I'm pretty sure that my underwear were hanging out the back of my pants when I got underneath that yoke. My belt wasn't tight enough. I wasn't ready. My knee was all jacked up because we had half taped it. Half the tape was inside out, sticking to my pants. Everything was just kind of a hot mess. Whatever I did to my knee on the second yoke run pretty much finished itself off on the third yoke run because I was so rushed. I didn't get a chance to give myself a minute to prepare because it was just so fast that I don't want to talk about that one. We'll just move on. My next one was a log medley. So we had 5 logs. We had to lift every single one within like 60 seconds or 75 seconds. It went up from 60 pounds, 80 pounds, 100, 120, and then 140. Pretty much no problem until I got to the 120 pound log because how this was set up, the tire that it was sitting on was right where my feet normally go, so I couldn't get my feet underneath it. So when I would try to clean it, to press it upwards, my toes were touching the tires, and I wasn't backing up far enough because I didn't think I had enough time. So the 120-pound log, I had to re-clean and press it just to get it lifted because I couldn't get my balance enough to get out of my own way, I guess. 140-pound log, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to lift that. I've never lifted that heavy in a log ever. So I knew that going into it, but I wanted to try and clean it just to give myself a chance, because sometimes adrenaline can kind of take over and you can surprise yourself.
This is it.
Sit, go overhead. 4. Get it.
All right.
But I cleaned it actually with not much issue. It went up fairly easy. It was very heavy. And then I heard him say 5 seconds. And so I knew that log was gonna take a lot longer than 5 seconds for me to try and press it. It wasn't going anywhere. So I just called it.
How you feel?
Beat. Very sore.
You ready for the last event?
There's no other option. We had the last and final event of the day, which was the truck pull, and then we went from the truck pull to the boat pull. So this was actually a very, very simple event for me. The Jeep was way too light, in my opinion, so it was so easy. But I'm pretty sure I got the fastest time. So we pulled the Jeep, and then I went down to the boat and pulled the boat across the line, called it good.
Come on. There you go. Good lean, good lean. Chop them feet. There you go. Get momentum going. There you go. There you go. You got it going. You got it going. Come on.
Great run. Great run.
There you go. Straight ahead.
Keep it up.
There you go. Come on. You got it. You got the momentum. There you go. There you go. Go, go, go. There you go. Bring that ship up there. Come on. Get that speed going. There you go. There you go. Circle. Down. Circle. There you go. Now lean. Chop them feet. Chop them feet. Chop them feet. There you go. Bring that finger up there. Come on.
Get it. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Lean into it. Lean into it.
Almost there.
There you go. You gotta go and get that momentum going. Bring it up there. There you go.
Get out of here. Took second place, which I'm very happy with, although I did not get qualified for nationals. So if you guys have been following for a little while now, that was it for me. That was my one shot I was giving myself to make it to nationals. So it may change throughout the rest of this year, but as of right now, I am done with Strongman. So I guess we went out on a decent note. Second place isn't bad by any means. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with all of my lifts. I lifted more weight yesterday than I have in forever, ever probably. And I'm not dissatisfied with that. I just needed that apparently first place win in order to get qualified for nationals. I'm going to have to find something else to do. Well, I already know what I'm going to do in the meantime, but as of right now, I am done with Strongman, and it's kind of a bummer because I really wanted to go to nationals and give myself a chance to maybe go to the Arnold someday, but sometimes you're good, but you're not great. I needed to be better than good yesterday, and I was not, which my second place finish showed that, and that's okay. You know, it's still a bummer. I'm not discounting a second place finish because that's not bad by any means, but for myself, I can do better than that, and I know that I can do better than that. With how things are working out for me here in West Virginia, I can't do this. I'll let you guys in later as to what the next step is, what the next goal is, where my future is taking me, but for now, that's where we are. And on that note, I'm going to sign off, and we will start the next video on a much more positive note. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because when we hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to give away a $50 gift card to Amazon, so keep that in mind. So give this video a share, or if there's another video that you like of mine, give that a share as well, because we are so close to 500 subscribers. So I would greatly appreciate that, and I will catch you guys next time.